Welcome back for minute 17. I'm Brian,
I'm Wolf.
and this is X Minutes, the podcast that goes back and breaks down every minute of the, at the time of filming, longest running film franchise starting in 2000 and potentially before a reboot ending in 2021, unless we get New Mutants dropping on Disney Plus soon. But
hmm
we are in minute 17. And I was mistaken. What I was remembering is going to happen in the next minute. But, Wolf, what happened in this minute?
Yeah, so they're driving down the road. Um, we see what Logan gives her from the glove box. She asked for something to eat. Uh, I always thought it was jerky. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's jerky. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, she starts scarfing that down. And a funny thing,
Okay.
back watching this, I never really thought this part was as funny as it actually is until looking at it now. She like looks back in the trailer part of his truck and it's just in disarray, and she's like, "Wow, my
I
life
didn't
doesn't
even see
seem
a
that bad."
mattress. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I didn't, like,
It's
I
like,
want to know where the mattress folds out, because really, like, the two sides, I don't see anything. Maybe where the table is can move and it's a tiny little mattress in the corner. But I've looked at RVs and
yeah.
I literally just don't see a place to sleep.
And then she like, he looks at her. He's like, she realizes that she offended him most likely. So she's like, "Oh no, it looks cozy," you
Yeah.
know.
After, do you think Rogue is Rogue her code name? Like I
Yeah.
got, yeah, right. What's her real name? Do you know? I mean,
Oh,
I
what was her real name? Like, oh,
the
Marie,
pressure's on. Marie.
Marie,
Ah, yeah.
Marie something.
She tries. She sees his dog tag. It says Wolverine, but he
Yeah.
tucks that away in his gray tee, and
Mm-hmm.
she says it looks cozy. And
She's
yeah,
like,
that was
"Were you in the army?"
like I've been vegan or vegetarian since December, and
Uh-huh.
even me, I'm a little hungry right now. If I was as hungry as she was, that just looks like the most appetizing meal.
Right.
All that salt and added sugar. That just
Being in Canada, it's most likely like what, venison or uh,
I
is
don't know
wait
that much.
is moose jerky a thing? I don't. Are moose legal to hunt? I don't know if they're endangered or not, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just stereotyping the crap out of that part of the world, but yeah, whatever it is, it does
Maybe
look
it's
delicious. I
Wolverine
haven't.
jerky.
Right. That'd be fun.
Just
As a matter of fact,
cannibalism.
it could be, and it could just be, yeah, bits of himself. He does heal, so he just rips off
Oh,
sheets of
oh,
arm.
oh God! I wonder how long it would take for him to eat himself. That
Oh
the
no.
healing factor would be running out of calories. You know, because like
Yeah.
it's not a 1-to-1. It's gotta need probably like 4 or 5 times as much to replace that. But yeah, the last part that we get is her massaging her hands together, looking pretty cold. And then, oh, I also forgot to say that
Yeah.
it looks like it's morning if it was 3 a.m. or any time of night. It's lighter out than it was before, so theoretically, he's got to have been driving from that place pretty late at night. Well, if the fight was at 3, then when
hmm
the confrontation happens, it looks like it's at least a couple hours later. So maybe 4 or 5.
hmm
And he leaves in the morning ish, right before it starts getting light out. So neither one of them has actually slept unless she was sleeping for a little bit in the back.
Yeah, like
That's just
yeah,
that's
that would be
rough.
interesting to like. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about her. I don't think I would be able to sleep in the back of a trailer covered by a tarp in the middle of winter. But,
Yeah,
you know.
and actually, she was sleeping in that truck when she got dropped off at night. So
Oh, yeah.
maybe she's
Yeah, she
just
probably
on
got
a
her 8
night owl
hours.
schedule. What'd you say?
Yeah. She probably got her 8 hours, or at least 2, 3 hours.
Especially since, Walrus Mustache was a gentleman,
Well, I think it
very
was like
hands off.
Wilfred Brimley, you know.
What's up?
The guy, he looked kind of like Wilfred Brimley.
I don't know who that is.
The guy in those commercials is like, I have diabetes. He had the big, full mustache or whatever.
That's just reminding me of that cartoon character, the General, for
Oh, yes,
used
exactly.
cars or insurance or something.
Go to the General and save some time. Yeah, General's a character. I wonder what the General's superpowers would be if he was a hero. Saving people money.
Maybe pulling money out of his mustache.
Yeah.
Like I went darker. I was like, maybe the General could wrap people up in his mustache and attack people.
That would be cool.
But then the saving money, that's more on brand. Just taking the mustache and cocking it like a shotgun. There's some money.
Like, just quarters just flying out at the speed of light.
Loonies and toonies.
Yeah, right.
In Canada.
Save this.
Oh, that would be brutal. That's like the coin going through Kevin Bacon's face in First Class.
Oh, that was awesome. These ideas we're coming up with, I think we are sparking so much fan fiction. We should be getting paid.
General fiction.
General fiction.
All right, but yeah, that's let me try to see some of the stuff in the back of his pickup RV, because also, wait a minute, no, this is, I've never been inside a pickup RV, but the front of it, that's where his bed is. It has the front part that goes over the front pickup truck. So he'd sleep there. That's why we didn't see it. I forgot about that. But then I'm curious, like, how is she able to look back? Because realistically, she should be looking through glass.
You're a dick.
And
oh, dang. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, because, like, if it's... Oh, so you're saying the bed would be, like, on top?
Yeah, because if you go back into the last minute after he jumps out, it's got that lip, that... RVs usually have a little bed in there. But if this was just placed inside the back of the pickup truck and, like, I don't know, screwed into place so it didn't fall out, it would still... She would be looking through the big pickup truck's window. And only if this thing had a window at the front of it. Which, like...
Yeah.
We obviously... Let me see. The shot where she's looking at him, maybe there's a cutout, but, he wouldn't be able to climb into the back through the front parking space. There's clearly some editing tricks.
Yeah, like the continuity person, like I think they did their job, but at the same time it's like...
It's definitely movie magic.
Sense. Yeah, it is, yeah. That's pretty cool.
We don't
That's a
see
good
a
observation.
shot of her looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, there's a couple windows back there. He's got his clothes drying, I assume. He's got a lot of loose dishes. There's a skillet that's there. Whoever's doing this, it's either driving or they've got the lights going, so it looks like it's driving through the windows. But he's got a loose cup and a skillet and something else on there, just right near the edge. Like, if he bumps, that's falling everywhere. That's the only thing
Yeah.
about owning an RV or something like it that would be a nightmare for me. I'd always put stuff and then start driving. It would fall down and break.
Yeah. Yeah, that is interesting.
And he just looks like
Yeah.
he's got maybe a wine bottle in one of the boxes in the corner and spare clothes and stuff.
What I'm trying to figure
I
out
don't
is,
think
how
he
would
ever
he,
sits at that table. What'd you say?
like, how does he bring chicks back to this thing? Like, are they like down? I mean,
This is the
kind of
first
chicks
woman
that
in that vehicle in years.
right? Well, actually, yeah, that is true because this is like the low point in his life. I forgot that. What was it? X-Men Origin took place so far before. So I guess he was in a stable relationship for a while at least. So he's just got to get back on his feet.
Yeah, it's curious. He definitely had to have bought this secondhand and not actually had the title transferred over to him because he has no idea.
Yeah.
I guarantee he probably couldn't even cross the border into the U.S. on his own, which is convenient that they've got a Quinjet that can just not give an
Right.
But yeah, that must be crazy. Just waking up in, because Canada in a lot of ways is like Russia. Stay with me. Stay with me. Anyone listening who might
It's like
be
I just
dreaming
walk
that.
off.
And just how like Russia? We love
dare
gay people
you.
and weed.
Right.
In that it's a giant area,
Yeah.
but population wise, not that many people. Like
Oh yeah.
in America, we're really wringing that rag dry for
Yeah,
as
dude.
much space as we can, even though we do still have big, wide expanses. But yeah, that must be so strange to have just woken up in Canada and no memory,
Yeah.
not being able to leave the country. If you
Yeah,
burn
he
a
had
city,
nothing.
you're running out of space. Trying to keep it low, have to find some money some way just to buy this relatively shitty,
It's like
place to live. And you
keeping a
find
low
out you've got these
profile.
powers and your whole existence is where can I fight to make some
Yeah,
drinking money.
dude. Like you're absolutely right. It's like going back to what you said too. It's like having to go day to day. Making whatever money you can. Like you know how hard it would be to keep a low profile. With these powers, it's just like impossible. Like everywhere you go. I mean, even if you're not like in fighting for money, everywhere you go, something's gonna pop off. Especially for Logan. It just seems like trouble finds him.
And
He
he's
just wants to be
definitely
left
not like,
alone.
yeah, he's definitely not holier than thou. He'll
Mm-hmm.
snap and like reveal himself
Mm-hmm.
on an like just on a whim or as the
Yeah.
situation dictates. But yeah, it's a rough go.
Yeah, man.
That's what I've got for this minute. Do you have anything else?
No. Yeah, this minute looking good.
All right, that was minute 17. Thank you so much. If you have a preference, or if you don't have a preference between video and audio and you're deciding, subscribe to the video because I'd like to get to 500 just to choose the URL. But be partial to the audio. It's the way that I can help compensate the co-hosts on these podcasts with the instant monetization that we've got. But thank you so much. We'll see you in minute 18 as we evolve and mutate. And the countdown to shaved head 4.
4? Yeah.